just rickrolling somebody. That's torture. That could be considered torture, you know? But I don't know about this, though. Okay? This is not what I have in mind when I think torture. Okay. Lucky! As you can see. The kidnapper sat on her knees with her hands tied behind her back. She felt her hands being lifted and her body followed. Her shoulders gave way to the weight of her own body and cracked loudly. The suspended woman cried hysterically as the men contemplated their next step. These are definitely not memories that Daniel's having right now. Definitely not. I have acquired a piece of the orb. Just sitting here. It's just here. Like nobody guarding it, nothing. It's just a piece of the orb. It's just hanging out. I mean, the assumption is because Alexander has no use for it. Like, he sees it as completely useless. Daniel, on the other hand, has other plans. He's not doing so well right now. Not doing so well. Okay? You know what? This is repentance. See what you have done, Daniel. See what happens when his sanity gets too low. He loses it. Lucky. A piece of the orb. That's that. Yep, that's what that is. The rapist hanged upside down, his tears soiled with the blood flowing from his belly. The saw between his legs had lodged itself in the hip and wouldn't move any further. The men stepped back and waited for the victim to drain. The gate covers a drainage pipe. The blood needs a vessel. The blood needs a vessel. Do we have a vessel? We do have a vessel. The blood cannot be reached. Find a way to lower the vessel to collect the blood. Right. I have this and that. Alright. Right. Drawing a string. Drawing a string. You gotta click it. There you go. How's your head? Still shitty. Glass jar of blood. It is filled with blood. Fantastic. Great. Let's get the hell out of here. Okay. We still have one more room to check though. We're not done. We're not done yet. We must continue. Check there. Which way is the correct? This way? Yeah, this way. Right? Yeah.
The cradle is ready.
Good.
You're a man. How can you partake in this?
Is he all right?
He is one of the wicked. Don't pay his lies any attention.
I'm not a bad man. It was an accident.
He set a man on fire.
It wasn't my fault. Why won't anyone listen?
That's horrible.
Of course. We are dealing with monsters here.
So you remember when... What was it, a note, I think? Or no. It was...
Whatever you want.
We heard this guy before.
Do anything. I'm innocent.
We heard him talking before. We went into a room somewhere, I don't remember where, but... I'm remembering now. Yeah. It was an accident. Whatever it was, it really was an accident. Said he said, how was I supposed to know that he would go into a burning house or something like that? Anyway. The fate of this man. The arsonist kept crying as he was slowly lowered on and off the impaler. It didn't take much to break him. They had meant for him to die, but the torture was working beyond their expectations. It wasn't the method, it was the arsonist. He was different from the others. They could make him forget again. Okay. Cool. Very cool. I think that's it. Picked up piece of orb. We have 3 pieces of orb now. There we have it. Let's never come back here again. Alright, we're never gonna do it. It's never going down. The Shadow seems unhappy that I'm making some progress. Well, you know what, Shadow? Eat my British ass. Eat it. The fear had begun to drown him again. He reached once more for the empty bottle of laudanum. In frustration, he smashed it against the bedpost. I finished it this time. I couldn't read it the first time, but I finished it. I did it.
How are things coming? You seem to have found all the orb pieces used in the transfer. Go to the choir and find the rest.
Yep, I got him. Alright. The remaining orb pieces can be found in the choir, which is over here. So, who wants to go to the choir? Who likes the choir? I do. Probably. I don't, by the way. I definitely don't. This is not where I want to be. Let's make sure... Ow. Let's make sure I got everything here. Did I check all this? What did this say? In court, the Order of the Black Eagle spew their politics at each other while I sit quietly in place, willfully forgotten. Once in a while, someone will notice me and lose themselves in a silent cower before regaining their senses. They all know I am the one and the same Alexander who helped their fathers and grandfathers to found this great order. I've seen them take their fathers' places, and they too will grow old and pass away, while I remain the same, aged not by time, but by anguish. Yo, I feel you, Alexander. I feel you there, Alexander. I know that. I know the feeling. I know that feeling very well. Okay. How did I not look in here before? How did I not go in here? I'm not that old. I'm not that old. Okay. I'm not that old. I'm in my prime. I'm young and super hip. It's anyway, right, well, let's go to the choir. It's time to continue creating our alchemic brew. We have some more things to acquire in the choir. Carefully cutting the man open made him think. This is how father must feel about his craft. Being an artisan, relying on one's skill to perform something so delicate grants a certain form of pride. Let's put that away. We're looking for the ingredients to an alchemical potion. However, our primary motive here is to find the remaining pieces of the orb. Got that room. That is definitely a room. Oh. Lucky. All right, let's see what this is about. After the men had returned the prisoner, the ritual began. Secured the prisoner, not returned the prisoner. The prisoner did not come from here. The prisoner was from elsewhere entirely. This prisoner, I thought, I was thinking of the arsonist. The arsonist was from earlier. We saw what happened to the arsonist. I believe we followed the arsonist's, his tale throughout the game. I'm wondering if, who else did we follow? Did the woman who we captured, who sent, I guess, her daughter through the hole under the bed, was she one of the tortured people? I don't remember. But the arsonist was definitely brought through there. You know, remember he said like, "Oh, I'm innocent. I didn't kill him." He definitely set the place on fire, but he didn't want someone to actually die. Someone went into wherever the building was that he set on fire, and they died. And so he was punished for it, you know, as if he were responsible for the man's death. In reality, all they wanted was his vitae. That's all they wanted. That's the only reason why that he was brought here. Anyway, let's read this.
15th of August, 1839. The blood wards are failing. The shadow beckons, and its cry disarms my actions. Hurry. No time to spare. You have to kill another. Alexander produces a knife. He wants me to cut the flesh. Do it. Save yourself. He is a murderer, Daniel. He is evil. A cold-blooded killer. Hurry.
is it worth it? This man, he's saying that this man is a cold-blooded killer. So what does that make you, Daniel? I can't even leave. I can't even leave. So he's a cold-blooded killer, huh? That's what you're saying, that this man here is a cold-blooded killer, so he deserves to be sliced open and drained of his vitae.
Alexander, you must let me be. I have to concentrate. Take the man, cut the lines, cut the flesh, watch the blood spill, let it come. Please, I didn't do anything. Paint the man, cut the lines. Paint the man, cut the lines. Please, the man cries. Now you see. I did well. One life for another. You hear me, guardian of the orb? I did all this for you. Now, once more, withdraw your shadow from my domain. Alexander, there isn't much time. I can feel it. We must act swiftly. I will do whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. So who's the cold-blooded killer now, Daniel? Who was the cold-blooded killer now? This man, Alexander, told you he was a cold-blooded killer. Was he though? Was he? Because you said that about the arsonist, but he didn't mean to kill the man. He didn't mean to kill him. Anyway, so Daniel has lost it. Daniel has completely lost it. Because he's terrified and he wants the shadow off his back. Wait. Lucky. Fear makes people do horrible, horrible, horrible things. Sometimes the fear isn't even warranted, you know? People scared of nothing they could just do the worst, most evil, demented, twisted things because they're afraid, you know? Anyway, Daniel. He probably thinks that if he kills Alexander, he can kill the part of Alexander. He could kill the part of himself that was, I guess, tainted by himself. He did this himself. He didn't have to do any of this. He didn't have to, you know. I mean, there was a shadow after him, but like he didn't need to, you know. Like, where does your moral code stop? You know, like what does it take for you to abandon everything that you once were? It's hard to say, you know. It's hard to say with a lot of people. It's hard to say, you know. Right now, I'd be like, I would love to do the right thing and not freaking murder some guy because the shadow's on me. But I mean, I don't know. Like, I can't imagine doing it right now. I cannot imagine doing it. Like, for me right now, I'd be like, I'd have to just accept my fate. Like, it is what it is, right? Like, I took the orb. This is destiny. I'm going to die. I need to make my last will and testament and be done. You know, I'm not going to murder a bunch of dudes. That's my thought right now, but you don't really know. You don't really know how you'll respond. I think I would still be fine. I think I would be fine. I would not murder dudes, but you know, some people you just don't know. Anyway, enough talk. Let's go into the choir. We have some things to gather, such as the orb and the one of the ingredients for our concoction. Right. Such filth, he thought. Good men can safely cheer their departure, as they are nothing but a burden to mankind. They shall not be missed.
What are my intentions, Daniel? Salvation. It used to be yours, but now you only seek misplaced revenge. How do you justify your violence? Is it for the greater good? Are you doing the world a service?
Are you, Alexander?
It is you who caused all this pain and death. If you had accepted your fate and submitted to the orb when you first discovered it, none of this would have happened. It is curiosity in league with your selfishness that is killing us both.
Your selfishness is also killing you, Alexander. Why do you think you look so freaking crusty? Crusty ass, dirty ass. Alright. So. You thought the torture was over. It is not over. The torture is never over. I forgot that happened. Okay, let's check this out. The forger stood absolutely still. The casket had been closed, but a faint light made its way inside. A myriad of spikes pointed at him, glittering as they waited for his body to slip just for a moment. His knee jerked, and he felt blood trickle down his leg. In pain, his head fell slightly forward. It took him a while to realize his eye had ruptured and begun to leak. Ew. That's freaking gross. That's gross. Does this hurt? It does not. Right. Oh, okay. I'm not doing that again. Not doing that again. All right. How's my health? A wound is bleeding. Great. You cuts and I will stay at a few cuts and bruises. That's fine. This ringing is wild. Ooh. I'm glad that I picked it up. I didn't even use a laudanum. Okay, that's what it's called. All right. Let's just put you back inside of here, huh? Let's put you back. You don't go in here. You listen. It probably came out. It doesn't want to go back in. It doesn't want to go back in there. It's had it. It's enough. Okay. Oh, here we go. Picked up piece of orb. I got a piece of the orb. Unfortunately, I have not found the ingredient that I'm looking for. There's one ingredient in here.
Find a way.
I don't know if you can do that, Daniel. You are beyond the point. If any of that. Let's hang out. How am I? Oh my god. It's like constant. I'm always here. Even though I always have this out. I don't know, man. I don't know. At least I'm not like super dizzy and all that. All right, let's keep going. We're not alone. There's something out here. There is something here. I do not want to find it please. Let's go here. There it is. 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 Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. This way. We are running. We are running. We are running. Get away. Okay. Okay.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes, huh, Daniel? How am I? Head is pounding, hands are shaking. At least it's not ... anymore, right? We're no longer ellipses. I am going this way. I'm gonna go this way. I honestly don't remember where I'm going exactly. Seriously can't remember. Here we go. Here we go. And would you look at this? What do you think this is? The tissue is quite soft and should be possible to break open. Okay, what do I have? Hammer and chips. There you go. Picked up poison gland. We have found the ingredient to our buddy Agrippa's potion. That is what he needs. Okay. This is a cow. A bull, actually. Yup. The trader did not know what to think of the brass bull as he was forced to enter it. Only when the heat of fire began to scorch his skin and cook his flesh did he realize it was to be his tomb. His screams of pain echoed inside the brass chamber and traveled through the complex instrument which was the bull's head. Outside, the men could hear the brazen bull bellow. Terrifying. 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 Okay. What else do we what do we got in here? What do we got? Let's frickin' go. Like, imagine that, like being forced to just sit in just a pure metal furnace as it just becomes hotter and hotter. And the metal around you is burning. There's nothing else you can touch. You're forced to just melt inside of this thing forever until you're just a pile of slop. Insane. Insane. Disturbing. Deeply, deeply disturbing. I don't know what is here. I'm good on that. I feel like I miss things very easily. I feel like I miss them, you know? You know? I don't know. At least I'm not losing my mind. Nothing. 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 Nothing.
Who are you to question me?
Daniel, you need to chill. Chill out. Who are you even talking to, man? Alright, we got nothing. There's nothing in here. I don't see anything. I don't see... Let's go. Let's go. We're leaving. Alright. I have eyes. I'm not dumb. Alright? I can see things. Very cool and very smart and very handsome. I'm shaking. Yeah. I am jiggling right now. Or was that... I don't know. I don't know if that was me or the environment that was shaking. Because there was some commotion over there. I don't like whatever that commotion was, however. Let's go this way. We're going counterclockwise, or clockwise rather. Okay, we gotta go up here. How is this done? How shall I do this? There we go. Alright. Almost died just now. Almost died again. Alright. That was not good. Not good for me. Now I feel like this guy is over here somewhere. I'm not into this. I'm so glad that my oil is holding up. So glad. How many do I have? Wait. 39. I am good on tinderboxes. I'm absolutely chill on tinderboxes. Alright, let's go. Look. Look. He's right there. He's right there. Did you see him? Did you see him? Oh my god. I don't think you saw him. You know what? In post, I'm gonna just like... I'm gonna raise the light on it so you can see him. I don't know if you heard that or not.
The wheel is good for keeping your victims still during the procedure. They can be bound around the circumference or simply stretched across, tying limbs to the spokes and rim. All tools are by this point useful, and you may administer the torture in any way you like. But the forte of the wheel is the gaps. When you have decided that the victim shall die, you can smash their limbs with a hammer, making them fold in between the frame.
But they'll die. Too quickly, I mean.
No, don't worry. The human body is much more resilient. They can survive for days until they finally succumb.
They'll die too quickly, Daniel says. The wheel in question. The wheel. Shall we read about the wheel? The murderer's limbs were tied to the spokes of the wheel. They turned the wheel slowly, but with intent, so the rope secured around his leg stretched and cracked the bone. He no longer had the strength to scream. The two men looked at each other knowingly and took a hammer and struck the victim's chest in a final act of mercy. Was it an act of mercy? Oh no. I'm dizzy. I'm dizzy now. I'm dizzy. Listen, Daniel. You have tinderboxes. Use them. Use them. We are in the bone zone. Everything in this place, it's just bones. It's just bones. There we go. Picked up piece of orb. I believe I have everything that I need. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Was it 6? Okay. Bucket of tar. A wooden bucket filled with sticky tar. A more appropriate workspace is needed before the tar can be applied. I see. This is the poison gland. And then we have our glass jar of blood. And we have our saliva. I believe this is all we needed for this, right? Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna have a look at this actually and make sure that I'm... Which one? Wasn't this? Diaries. Prisoner's ritual, no. Grippet channels Wire. Wire taunts me. Wire claims he tries his best. To release Agrippa without killing him, Wire told me to feed him a tonic made from a paralyzer, vitae, and tempter. Okay. Yes. I have everything that I need. Yeah. Vitae, paralyzer, tempter. Okay. Yeah. And, I opened the Steam window again. Anyway. Oh my god. This is what was used to break the legs. Jesus. You can't tell me you're a good person if this is what you want to do. If this is your idea of being a decent alchemist, Alexander. You know, it's deranged. Completely fucking deranged. I don't know where the monster is. I also don't know if there's another room that I'm supposed to go into. I don't know if like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it 6 or 7 pieces? I'm gonna have to have a check. One note speaks of a mixture. Pedestal. An orb is needed to enter the inner sanctum. It's scattered pieces. Torture rooms. Okay, well, I don't know, man. Well, let's go this way. See if we can find something. A bit worried about what else we may find out here. Going this direction. He's over there. He's over there. He's over there. Right there. He's there. He's there. He's here. Oh shit. Oh shit. He's right there. He's right there. He's right there. Go here. Go here. Okay, nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. Oh shit, he's on me. He's chasing me. He's chasing me, oh my god. Oh no, okay, we're good. We're good. When that screech happens, it means that he's found me. Okay, we're out. I want to get a look at him though. I just want to get a look at him. You know, I just want to get a look. Just a look. Hello? Where is he? Where is he? Hello? Where did he go? This way? Not this way. Technically, there's 2 in here. There are 2 in here. I think there's 2. I don't know, actually. Alright, well. Let's... fucking... Great. Well, that's fine. Because I'm out of here. I am out of here. Something died inside of him that day. Watching that man slip away was more than his mind was willing to handle. Well, we have the orbs, the orb pieces, and the ingredients to our potion, right? So, we can now... I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything. We can now go and put our potion together. Let's do the potion first, and then we can do the orb. When the time comes, we can do the orb, but first we're gonna have to do the potion, right? Well, I hope I never see this fucking choir ever again in my life. Ever again. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like and remember to hit the bell to stay tuned for more Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Remember, just call Master Corvidien. And as always, until next time.